love. I'm Meg Turney, and I love anime.
And I'm Ross Everett, and it's not my stick of Pocky.
So this week we watched Fullmetal Alchemist. Now we watched the base Fullmetal Alchemist. I know a lot of you were tweeting that Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood is a lot better, but we will get to that. Don't worry. But this week we watched Vanilla Fullmetal Alchemist.
Vanilla Fullmetal Alchemist, in which a 12-year-old boy masters the ancient science of alchemy and is able to turn his brother into a robot who never ages for some reason.
Aww.
But I feel like if you're a robot and years have passed, wouldn't your voice drop a little bit? Or at least, you know, becoming a robot would make your voice drop a little bit.
He's still like 14.
So this show really emphasizes the act of alchemy. A lot of it focuses around the magic of this ancient science, which to me is super funny because it's like, let's battle, draw on the floor, we're gonna make some pentagrams and then magic's going to happen. But I'm not super familiar with what exactly alchemy is, but does this kind of hold up to the lore of what alchemy is supposed to be?
I am not an alchemy master either, but I do know that alchemy is basically like rearranging, taking particles and rearranging them to make them different stuff, like how people think they can make lead into gold. This has to do a lot more with like the magic side of alchemy, where he has like the Philosopher's Stone is very important in alchemy, and that's one of the things they focus on in the first 2 episodes.
Also important in Harry Potter, but at the same time, there was far less robots in Harry Potter.
I don't know Harry Potter either. But it turns out in the first episode or in the second episode, the Philosopher's Stone they think they have is a fake. So I actually had never seen Fullmetal Alchemist. I have a ton of friends who are big fans and I've always heard about it and seen it everywhere. People cosplay it constantly. This was fun. I liked the idea of this kid like really having to strive for his mother. They lost their mother. I like that the brother is like a disembodied robot now. I really like that Ed is short and everybody makes fun of him and he gets all flaily and upset. It reminds me a lot of Sailor Moon. So I liked it a lot. I thought it was great.
There was a part of this where like every time they would mention that this guy was short, maybe not even in a negative way, his eyes would go black and he'd turn into this like super angry short guy, and it's like, calm down, Pepsqueak. Like let's take this back a step. But as someone that's never seen a lot of anime, this it felt a lot different than last week watched the Ouran High School Host Club. Yes, and that was a lot weirder to me, and this one kind of felt like it was more of a cartoon that I was more used to. There were these characters. I thought the character development was great. I like that they didn't really hold your hand and kind of walk you through, oh, this is going to be, let's explain this to you. Like the mother thing, like you kind of find out throughout the episode their backstory, that kind of unraveled a little bit, which actually kept me interested. And there was one point right in the beginning where like they show a graphic severed leg where I went, oh, we're going there now. That kind of got me on board. So I think that as someone that's never seen an anime before, this definitely kept my attention, so I liked it.
Would you finish the series?
Yes.
You would? I would too.
I know this isn't like as breathtaking as it is for you guys, but I've kind of vowed to myself that I would not watch anime. But this, I saw it on my Netflix queue, and I was like, am I gonna watch another episode of this? I didn't, but I will. And that's kind of where we go to. What kind of anime was this?
This, I think, is still considered a shoujo anime, but it definitely has shonen aspects. There are a lot that ride the line. This one, I would say, rides the line. I'm sure in the comments people will all argue about it. Let's discuss in the comments what you think it is. But it has shoujo elements with like a lot of the story, but it has a lot of shonen elements with all of the action, so I don't know. Here's
what let me down, because in my mind, anime can go anywhere. Why wouldn't she date the bird?
That the part for me was the most graphic, when the bird is like dead and it's like it's like making that noise.
The gurgle noise.
Oh, that was so graphic for me. I didn't like that.
What are we watching next week, Meg?
Next week we're watching Trigun.
And I have no idea what that is. I can't wait. If you guys want to watch along with us, you can go to netflix.com/SourceFed to watch anime along with us, because it helps us keep our jobs, supports the show.
So if you want to be on the show next week with us reviewing Trigun, watch the first 2 episodes of the anime, record your thoughts, feelings, and heart's poems, and leave them as a video response to this video, and you might see yourself next week. I'm Meg Turney.
I'm Ross Everett, and here's what you guys had to say about Fullmetal Alchemist.
Fullmetal Alchemist.
I really never sat down and watched it. I just really didn't want to. But because you, SourceFed, I thank you, and I started watching it. I only watched the first episode, but I can guarantee you, most anime haters can actually enjoy watching this anime.
Initially, I thought it was quite strange. If you've watched anime, you'd probably enjoy it. Otherwise, it's kind of strange, but you get used to the art style and the storytelling techniques.
I just want to say this is one of my most favorite anime of all time. So if you've never seen it before, you have to watch all of it because it's just amazing. Kind of like how marijuana is a gateway drug, Fullmetal Alchemist is kind of like a gateway anime.
Oh my gosh, I love this anime so much. The way this anime can just grab your insides and twist them and make you feel so, like, awful. But then the next minute, you're crying tears of joy. Like, this anime is amazing.
Great stories. They have great artwork. They have great, like, stories, like a basis that's amazing. It's a great idea.
Another character that just small characters that I like that I want to mention really quick. Alex Louis Armstrong. He's hilarious. Anything he does makes me laugh. Any scene he's in, for some reason, just looking at him, his mustache and his little baby hair, I guess. Hilarious.
I dove right into it tonight, watched it all the way through. I thought it was fantastic. It's very much anime for guys, I think. It's very gritty and it's kind of dark, so I loved it. He lost his mother and he lost most of his brother, like his body, and he lost his limbs trying to get back everything.
Their mother died and they kind of turned to alchemy in order to bring her back to life. That's a forbidden thing, and naturally when you do something forbidden, there are consequences.
If you're just getting into anime, this is a good one to start with. I recommend it 100%, and you should go and watch it right now.